Not me, you, or anybody in this world can actually change it apart from one person. And that's what I've started to believe. My fixation with something just led me to disappointment. God, I'm so silly. What I've done is detach myself from the outcome. And for once in my life, sounds a bit cheesy, but it's in the hands of God. It's in the hands of Allah.
Abdullah hopes that when they leave the retreat, the group will apply what it's learnt to life in the outside world. With the end in sight, he wants the group to understand that often it's the way we do things that's important.
Every week or so here, we slaughter one of the lambs for our food. We use traditional halal methods as stipulated in the Quran. I'm hoping that by allowing the participants to take part in this and to see the care and respect that we show the animal, that we will demonstrate why it's so important for them always to take responsibility for their actions, not just here, but in their everyday lives outside.
The point is, it is a bit risky doing it, though, because some people can be quite horrified by it.
Is this how you have to catch a sheep for filtering?
I had it. Stop it! Oh.
Death is the great reminder. Blood, finality, you know, it does work, and it works strongly.
All right, who's going first? Men? Okay. We need to take it apart to a separate place so that it doesn't see other animals being killed or anything like that. There's also the question of death itself. So in a conversation with the animal, you should sort of apologize for taking its life, but also point out that, you know, like the animal, you too will die.
The retreat's regular halal butcher will kill the animals.
If you like sustain.
Well, maybe we'll see you in heaven.
Inshallah.
If we get there.
So it's amazing to think she's actually transcending into another world. She is about it. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Oh.
Watch.
Bismillah. Come to this side because they'll squirt out.
Bismillah.
Bismillah.
Good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, good luck, sheep, good luck, sheep. Oh!
Okay, let it move because it'll get the blood.
Those are the throats. Those are just the nerves, yeah? So that's it, down? Yeah.
When he first arrived at the retreat, Madassa struggled to settle in and engage with his emotions. But over the weeks, he's become a keen student of the spiritual path. Now, keen to set himself an emotional challenge, Madassa is thinking about dispatching the second sheep himself.
I wanted to feel what it means for the animal and for me. And I think right now, sitting there with the sheep, it gave me an incredible sense of responsibility for humans. The fact that we have the choice and we can do this to animals.
You got it?
Madassa has psyched himself up.
We're trying not to show the knife to the animal.
But despite his well-intentioned desire to face up to this deep emotional responsibility, Abdullah insists it should be left to the expert.
Okay. It's lost consciousness completely, yeah? Has he? Take the front. Okay. There you go.
To be mentally prepared to kill something and then not to kill it is a unique feeling. But I'm really kind of traumatised that I couldn't do it.
But what are you traumatised about?
Where is the trauma in that?
Or that the sheep suffered?
Both, a bit of both.
Since arriving, Madassa has been struggling to overcome his belief that emotions are negative and hold you back. To Abdullah, his response to the slaughter could be significant.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to talk to you because when it didn't work out, I saw really saw Madassa. The veil lifted, and I saw some real emotion.
Yeah.
You want to do more of that. So there is no failure here. It's not a question of failure. Yeah?
Not being able to have done the act, it's in its own way, it's quite affects you.
MashaAllah, you know, it's the will of God.
Yeah.
Just accept it, move on. It doesn't mean that it's finished. I think you have a deep spiritual capacity, and I think you should really explore it.
Yeah.
If you allow yourself to explore that, it's going to affect every other area of your life, particularly with authenticity. Yeah, I've said that a lot to you. Authenticity is the kind of a key thing.
It's as if when I go back after Ramadan, it's like I'm just going to release the boat from the anchor and let the waves take me wherever they take me. God will decide what lesson you need to learn at what time and what means what to you and when. And it promises to be an exciting journey.
Yeah, it's been sobering.
Yeah.
The killing of the sheep has a powerful effect on Madassa. Pom's response later that night is slightly more unusual.
I fell asleep into a kind of really deep sleep for a few minutes and had this dream. We were having a lesson, like one of the classes that we have here on the retreat. There was this flock of sheep next to us. And then I realised that one of the sheep was kind of resting on me. And I instinctively felt really at home with it and was happy that it was resting on me. It was a really, really kind of a moving dream. I felt very, very loved and accepted and understood by this sheep. It was literally, I was almost still dreaming when I was getting out of bed.
Oh, no cameras, no cameras. I've just had an extraordinary dream of all these sheep. He put his paws, each paw.
Then it suddenly popped into my head that I saw this clear page in a book I read in the library here, and I could see this line that was actually highlit in my head, and it said, the derivative of the word Sufi is from wool.
To Pom, the Sufi connection at the heart of her dream is no coincidence. She interprets it as having deeper significance.
The way I felt, I knew it was a important dream. I feel like I've been battling on my own and trying so hard and kind of swimming against the tide in terms of the way I've been trying to worship. But even, you know, even as these words are coming out, they're so fledgling that they're surprising me.
Pom has spent 4 weeks immersing herself in Islam. She has begun to find that the Quran answers many of her lifelong intellectual questions about the nature of the divine. The dream of apparently Sufi sheep has pushed her to the brink of a life-changing decision.
I don't know, I feel quite kind of, this gives me butterflies actually even with saying anything, so I feel not nervous exactly, but someone said, if this is the one that really feels right for you, maybe you should make some kind of commitment. And I felt really split because on one hand I was thinking, wow, you know, maybe I can, and that's actually, you know, I didn't expect it to be really appealing, but it did seem really exciting, actually. But then on the other hand, I was thinking, it's ridiculous. I've been here for three and a bit weeks, and I was worried about being a hypocrite, you know, almost pretending I'm some scholar and something
No. Oh yeah, not at all.
Hugely ignorant in.
You saw somebody become Muslim the other day here.
Yes, but then I cornered him after, and I was trying to get all this information out. And I said, how long have you been thinking about it? He said, 42 years. But I think it's because he was 42 years old.
So, I think you need to make a decision.
Well, I think I have.
It's going to mean a profound change.
I'm comfortable with that. I'd like to do it.
Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to repeat to you these words. I'm going to repeat.
All anyone has to do to become a Muslim is to repeat in good faith the words, I declare that there is no God but Allah, and that Muhammad is his last and final messenger.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah
la ilaha illallah
wa ashhadu
Muhammad
Rasulullah.
Muhammad Rasulullah.
That's it.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel?
I feel, all I can say is right, really. It's just very, very glad, very...
Sort of relieved that it's over?
Yeah, relieved it's over, and really kind of hopeful, I think, and excited, and but not in a kind of daunted way at all. Just
yeah. Good.
Wow. Yes, it's dramatic in that I wasn't a Muslim 5 minutes ago and now I am. But it's not dramatic because I'm not changing who I'm worshipping, and I'm not changing myself. So, yeah, it just feels like a kind of natural enhancement. And I feel because over these 4 weeks I began to feel more and more and more accepted and familiar with Islam and the way things have been run on this retreat, I kind of feel like I'm home rather than I've arrived somewhere new and strange.
After ghusl, a ritual shower, Pom announces her decision.
Congratulations. Thanks very much. I'm not going too far over.
I think she's the epitome of the English Muslim, because in the United Kingdom, really, there's a need to create a culture, not preserve a culture, not preserve a Moroccan or an Egyptian or a Pakistani or an Indian way, but the need to create a British Islam, which meets the spiritual needs of the British people in modern times.
Allahu Akbar.
Yeah. I think she's going to be a light, you know, I think she's going to be a light that people will come to.
We've got a new sheep in the fold. Gosh, that's amazing. It's amazing, isn't it? You don't all have to end up like her. Just ooh, delete that.
Islam means peace. Aisha is profoundly moved by Pom's conversion.
As much as we've had ups and downs, you know, we've all shared a lot, and it really is a beautiful religion to be able to share with other people. And like you said, you might not understand all the ins and outs, but it's just the basic belief of La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasul, and that's what we believe, that's what Islam is. We make things complicated, but it really is simple. You know.
Just from listening to you talk then, you seem to be talking from a kind of point of less of a struggle.
Yeah, because when you just get down to it, you get on with it. That's life. You know, life's just too short.
It's a big thing to admit that you've realised something that you wouldn't have realised. That shows that you're open, which is good. So, yeah, it's cool.
There are different tendencies in Islam, but they all come under the banner of Islam. And